Alright, so I got a little bit of backlash from my review of Poor Things, because I was a little lukewarm on it. I was surprised because, like, a little bit of backlash, and then also a little bit of people completely saying that movie was outright garbage. And now I've seen the newest Yorgos Lanthimos movie, Kinds of Kindness, and I liked it more than Poor Things. I feel like that might be a semi-hot take, but I really enjoyed this one. The film is an anthology film broken down into 3 films, and my order for those 3 films would be story number 2, 1, and then 3. Each one of these films uses the same actors. Emma Stone does a great job throughout the film. Willem Dafoe is great as usual. But I gotta be honest with you, Jesse Plemons, in my opinion, might be one of the best actors working today. And he got the lead in 2 of these short films, if you want to call them short films. And he was fantastic through the entire thing. Every moment he was on screen, he was awesome. I really love the cinematography here, despite one really kind of bad Steadicam shot where you can actually see them like stop moving with the Steadicam. The whole screen kind of gives a warble effect. But like the film uses so many just like wide angle shots and just wide shots throughout the entire movie. I just thought it was very visually pleasing to look at, but also I really liked the color grade of the film. Just has like a nice, like kind of just sleek look, I guess. I don't know, it's just a good looking movie. There is some noticeable ADR in the film, and while I thought the main cast was great, the actors outside of that main cast were pretty stiff. Some of those performances were kind of rough to get through. I'm not gonna lie, some of them were really stiff. I don't really want to say too much about like what the film or the films in the film, the films in the film and the film in the films are about, because I went into this one pretty much just based off of the few trailers I had seen at the theaters, and I think the film does an amazing job of kind of marketing this film with where you're interested and you have intrigue into what this is, but it gives away absolutely nothing. And as you watch the film, I think that's kind of a smart way to go into this movie, because this film definitely leans into the absurd, kind of into the surrealist for its humor, and I think it works really well if you just kind of go in, I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I think that like kind of makes the film, at least in my opinion, a little bit more enjoyable. But I do think if you go to rewatch this film, I definitely think there's a lot you could gain from a second viewing, and I definitely am going to end up probably picking this up on Blu-ray and watching it again. For me personally, I wish that second part of this feature, this like second film in this film that's in this film, would have been a film of its own. Personally, I kind of wish it was just like a standalone film, and I feel that way with all 3 of them, but especially that second story. The first story, I found the theater we were in was really enjoying it, a lot of laughter, and then the second one I found to be a lot funnier than not really anybody else did. And I will say in our theater we had several walkouts throughout this film. We had, I think, about 5 in total walk out of this film during its runtime, so you know, take that as you will. But overall, I do feel like most of the people there were enjoying the film, and I enjoyed it as well, and I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I just punched my desk. So if you've checked out Kind of Kindness, let me know what your thoughts on it are, and I will see you in the next review. If you want to follow what I do, consider subscribing, become a member of Patreon. Bye.